And now, two guys that think they know Seattle sports and nobody questions them, Colton and Jared!
Yeah! He's the Hawt Corner! Hawt Corner!
Welcome to episode 3 of the Hawt Corner, put on by the Puyallup Post. I'm your host, Jared Leingang, and here's my co-host, Colton Swanson.
We're back with some more Mariners stuff for the Hawt Corner. Weekly podcast now. It's kind of maybe a little bit shorter, but we're going to take a little, we'll be able to delve a little deeper into some things. So after last week, the Mariners started after our last podcast against the Marlins. They went 2-1 in that series. Jared, do you want to recap the Marlins series a little bit?
Started off good. Miranda pitched his best game of the season. Coming into this series, I was expecting us to lose 2 out of 3 just because Miranda and Gallardo were pitching in, and then we had Felix game 3, so I was like, oh, we'll win that one, but we're going to lose the other 2. Miranda shocked me. Pitched really good. He gave up 0 runs that game, I believe. I think he went,
so.
7 deep, 8 deep?
I think 7. I think he went 7, yeah.
So he really impressed me. We took that game, and then the next game, Gallardo pitched. I knew it was going to be the L. We were taking the L. I don't really like Gallardo. He's turning it around, though. Well, one start turning it around. I don't know. He pitched, typical Gallardo against the Marlins. And then Felix, okay. Yeah.
I was at that game, and I was sitting in the Kings Court. Also, I tried the Grasshoppers. They're not good. They're really bad. I even tried it with Ranch, man. Still not good. Anyways, I was at the game, Kings Court, sitting like second or third row in Kings Court. It wasn't very exciting. The Kings Court was not loud. Granted, it was a middle of the day game in the middle of the week, so I mean, people are at work. But all of us people that don't take their job seriously, like myself, were at the game. He gave up a couple home runs. One to Giancarlo Stanton, which, I mean, Giancarlo Stanton has to look at the ball, and it normally goes over the fence. In the first inning, Gerard Dyson hit a ball to center field, to the track. Christian Yelich made, the most painful catch I've ever seen. He crashed face first into the wall, left an imprint there until, the 4th inning, which was sweet.
He knocked himself out, didn't he?
He did not knock himself out, but I thought he would. I mean, he stayed in. It was pretty cool. Then Dyson later in the top of the first had thrown a guy out at the plate. Felix gave up to start that game 5 straight hits, and I was like, oh man, what did I buy tickets to? Not the point. The Mariners won. Felix won, I think, 6? We're going to go with 6. It was Ichiro hit story night. I got the dual bobblehead.
Ooh.
And then the man himself, Ichiro, gets up, final at-bat against Evan Marshall. First pitch goes deep right center for a fat donger, right, in his possible last at-bat in Safeco. And that was the loudest I've heard that stadium since last year when they were in the race against Oakland, when they were playing Oakland at the end of the year. So it was a really cool game to be at. The Mariners finished that series 2-1. They finished off what are they going on the homestand, 6-3? I think they were 6-3.
Did we sweep the Rangers, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Swept the Rangers, lost to Houston. Houston, Rangers, and then Marlins, and
something like that. It was a good
6-3.
Good homestand.
6-3.
Then we went on the road.
The road blues. We suck on the road.
We're hot trash on the road. Went to Oakland. Went 1-3 in Oakland. Jared, what'd you see in Oakland?
A bunch of trash. Paxton, our main man, who we said Cy Young candidate, goes and gives up 6. I
think he's gave up 5, yeah.
Against Oakland. And they always seem to have our number at the beginning of the season. I mean, not even beginning of the season, every year it seems, because, we were playing them last year for the playoff race, and they decided to beat us. Come on, Oakland, just let us win, get into the playoffs, but no. And Paxton had to go and blow it, and then Iwakuma, looks the Kuma Bears hibernating, I guess. He ain't doing too good. And then, did we win When did we win? We didn't win until the final game of the season.
Gallardo got the
Of
win
the
yesterday.
series. Yeah, who pitched after Miranda?
Miranda.
He lasted 4.
Something like that, or 3. I think he lasted 3. Shortest outing of any Mariners pitcher this year.
See, they switched roles. Marlins series, Miranda was good, Gallardo trash. Oakland series, Miranda trash, Gallardo good. Oakland, Motter Pop.
Hey, yeah, talk a little bit about your boy.
Taylor Motter with the
Taylor
nice
Motter.
hair, the hair flip. Got out the rye bread and mustard. Hit a nice grand slam yesterday. We won 11-1 in the final game of the series. Actually scored some runs for once and didn't give up any. We were pitched good. Gallardo pitched good. Who gave up the one run?
I don't know. I think it might have been Gallardo. I think he may have given up one run.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Gallardo. He wore the swelmet.
He did. Yes, he did get this one at Maniacta.
It was questionable. Cruz hit the homer and Motter Pop with the grand slam.
Mitch Haniger, 3 for 4.
He's in 321 on the season. Hannah
Yeah.
God's still doing godlike things.
You could say we're all fanigers of Haniger. Jerseys are coming out for Haniger soon.
Are they?
They are. I think
Wait,
in
you
wait
have
a
an
couple
exact
weeks.
date?
I don't have an exact date, but I can promise you I'll be getting one.
I'll be buying one too. Shoot.
Okay, so now that we're done recapping, let's do a little bit of a. Let's talk about Leonis Martin, the move there. How do you feel about the Martin move?
I was shocked because I knew he was struggling. He was hitting 111. Well, I didn't even think he had 0 RBIs. Maybe one, and like 58 at bats or something like that. And he was struggling. And I knew if he didn't pick it up, I mean, I could see him maybe trade candidate in the future. But I guess DePoto was like, nope, gone. Sent him, designated him for an assignment, and bye-bye Martin. I read that the clubhouse was, down in the dumps afterwards because, he was fairly well liked. And he's a nice dude. He's funny. He's got that really, high-pitched voice. And he's a funny dude. But he was not performing. So when I first read about it, I was shocked. But then it made sense because, we're trying to win now. And if Martin isn't performing, on to the next dude. Another team can pick him up, but if he isn't claimed, he's outrighted to Tacoma. So there's slim chance maybe he can make his way back up, but I feel like another team will pick him up.
I'm like 99% sure he's going to get picked up. I mean, he has $5 million on his contract. They'd have to take that. The Pirates are probably going to take him. I mean, they just lost Starling Marte. They need a defensive outfielder for sure now with McCutchen and Polanco out there. McCutchen can't play center field anymore. Martin, I don't know. I'm going to miss the guy. He had a lot of big moments last year. He's a big clubhouse presence, whether he's playing or not. And that, honestly, I wish they would have kept him just for that. Don't have him play. Just pay him $5 million, sit on the bench, and just cheer on the team because he got that stadium more pumped up than anyone else. And I don't know. I mean, we brought up. We'll talk about one of the people we brought up here in a second, but Chris Heston came up. Chase DeYoung went back down.
Oh man!
What was the point of even bringing Chase DeYoung up? I mean,
to pitch.
He
pitched good.
He gave us 4 innings in
super
the
good.
Miranda start. I see it because he pitched 4 innings in the Miranda start, and then Service is like, great, we have Gallardo going tomorrow. We got to have someone else that can pitch, and DeYoung can't pitch 2 days in a row. So I don't know. I'm gonna miss Martin a lot.
I think it's gonna spark the team because he was
did.
Yeah, exactly. He was struggling, and so we didn't even give him a chance to go down, just bench him for a few games. No, we got rid of him. So that sends the message to the team that if you're trash, we're moving on, or you need to step it up. And then next game we win 11-1. So hopefully it sparks the team. We move on to Detroit, and let's keep the win streak going. We're at 1.
That's right.
We're
1 in
at
a row.
1.
Hey, 2's a winning streak. We'll take it. So Dyson will move to center. I think Dyson and Heredia are probably going to platoon. And then Motter will be our everyday left fielder. I think that's how it's kind of going to go since Segura gets back on Tuesday.
Oh, yes.
So Motter will probably go to left. And then the greatest move in the history of moves. Baseball's an old sport. This is the best one ever. Daniel Vogelbach is back with the Mariners. All aboard the Vogel bus. He's going to be playing first base against righties. He's probably in a platoon right now with Danny Valencia. But my man Big Daniel Vogelbach is here, and he's here to stay. He is going to be a force the rest of the year. He's going to hit more than Martin did. That I don't have any doubt in my mind. Okay, so they're going to Detroit. Felix is on the mound Tuesday. He actually made his debut in Comerica Park in 2006 or whatever year it was, and he returns now to Comerica, where he hasn't pitched, I think, there since 2014, which seems weird, but yeah. So he goes, and we have Paxton and then Iwakuma, so we got the big three going, even though Iwakuma doesn't really make up the big three anymore.
Yeah.
But big three will need it against the strong Tigers lineup. No Miguel Cabrera, which is good. Let's see. How do you feel about Felix against them? You were talking a little bit about before. Who do you think he needs to watch out for?
Victor Martinez and Ian Kinsler. Victor Martinez hits like 500 or something against Felix against his career, albeit only 7 at-bats. Ian Kinsler, since his days with the Rangers, faced Felix a lot. He's like over almost 30 at-bats against Felix, and he's hitting 280 for his career. Those are always, the biggest threats on the Tigers, and they're super good against Felix, so that doesn't bode very well if their best players are also good against Felix, but hopefully Felix can bring it. He has a good record against the Tigers. I can't remember what it is, but he's like a 2 ERA or something like that against the Tigers. So as long as Felix will go, Paxton will go, and if Paxton, pitches good, he doesn't have another Oakland mess up. That was his one bad start of the year that I'll let him have it. He'll bounce back, so we'll win 2 out of 3 against Detroit, hopefully.
Paxton wasn't going to have 200 scoreless inning streak. That wasn't going to happen, as much as I'd like to think it was.
I mean, I didn't want him to give up 6 runs.
Yeah, he could have just given up 1. Paxton.
Exactly.
You don't got to be the guy that goes big or goes home. Okay, you weren't going to go home. So, speaking of Felix, I read this thing on the Mariners website today. He joined forces with these guys from Carhartt. They've been doing it for a few years. It's called K's for Vets, and he's on there with Jacob deGrom, Michael Fulmer, him. I don't remember who else is on there, but yeah. Anyway, so it's basically for every strikeout these guys get, Carhartt donates $100 to the K's for Vets, and so far 144 strikeouts between the 5 guys. They've totaled $14,400 already sent to the K's for Vets, or it's like from hard helmets to hard hats or something like that, helping vets get back into working and stuff. So it's a really good cause. Felix is super excited about it. It's his first year with it. Last year, Madison Bumgarner was a part of it. So, I don't know. Felix has always been a really good guy, and he's super excited about that. And then you read something today also about Edwin Diaz. They were talking about Diaz.
Eddie D, Electric Eddie D. Since the Mariners haven't been very good lately, he hasn't got a lot of run. So he's still going to remain the closer, but Edwin Diaz, his role's switching a little bit. He'll close when necessary, but he's going to, pitch probably in like the 8th inning, or the opportunities that aren't closing, he'll probably go in there, because he's been seldom used, and even when he was being used, he wasn't very electric. He blew that don't remind me of the Angels game. And so hopefully, once he gets out there more, he can return to his form from last season. But we need him, because we can't get a lead, go into the 9th, and then just blow it. We've dealt with that enough with our days with Fernando Rodney.
Don't remind me.
Even when the bartender, Tom Wilhelmsen, was our closer for a little bit.
Oh, want to talk about Brandon League?
He was an all-star one year.
1 year, yeah. 1 year. He was hot trash the other years.
JJ Putz, way back in the day.
Ooh, I like me some JJ Putz. So yeah, Altavilla also got sent down when Chase DeYoung got brought up, and then now DeYoung sent back down. Hessen's up, so Fleury moves in what's been an awful, I think, one of the worst bullpens in baseball so far this year. Zick's back. Cishek pitched an inning, I think, last night in Tacoma, so he's on his way back. Vincent, of course, whenever we bash on someone, they do great, and Vincent's doing fantastic right now, which is so annoying.
Most consistent.
Yeah,
Our bullpen
reliever that we
problem,
have.
but he sucks. So
Yeah, like he gives up home runs left and right, but right now he's doing fantastic. I don't know, man. The bullpen scares me, and the rotation right now. I mean, they were great, and now they're not doing so hot. I mean, Paxton was leading it, and then he gave up the 6 runs, and I don't know. They got to get back on track in Comerica. They had the day off today because they have the audacity to have a day off when we have a podcast, and so they'll have the day off today. They'll get the guys some rest. And Cruz also. This is totally going away from what I was talking about, but Cruz yesterday with 5 RBIs and the home run.
back in it.
Get that guy started, man. That we need. If we get
Boomstick.
Segura back, Haniger, Cano, Cruz, and then anything but an April Seager.
What's up with Seager? He had 2 days off
Yeah,
in a row. Is
sore
he just
hip.
Rested?
Sore hip.
Because he had
Yeah.
rest. Not yesterday, but the game before that, it was just rest.
Yep.
But so now he sat yesterday too because of his sore hip.
Yep. So I mean, he'll be fine. I think
The Iron Man himself.
they're giving him 3 days off in a row with the off day, So it'll be Segura, Haniger, Cano, Cruz, Seager, Big Danny Vogelbach, or Danny Valencia. We'll have Dyson in there, probably back down in the 9 hole then, and Mike Zunino in there somewhere. Taylor Motter be in left field. I think Motter will bat 7 or maybe 6.
What are we gonna do with Motter when O'Malley gets back from his appendix thing?
I think Motter's more than earned the spot.
Yeah, definitely. See, Sean O'Malley's the unsung hero of the Mariners season. If he didn't have that appendix problem, Motter.
Motter.
Taylor Motter wouldn't even be on the team.
You're right. No, I don't know. I mean, he'll get sent down. Mike Freeman also. The play he made yesterday. I don't know if you were watching the game, but he made like the one of the nicest diving catches that I've ever seen at third base. He was like up and like I swear the dude was like 5 feet off the ground, and I know he wasn't, but it just looked so painful. And I don't know, man. He's really good defensively. If he could hit the ball, we can keep Mike Freeman in somewhere as like a backup. Right now, he's a utility man. When O'Malley comes back, he might take that utility role. Mike Freeman might get sent back down.
Oh, yep.
But no, now that Vogelbach's up, Peterson will be playing first base every day down at AAA. So if we could just get Peterson to do something so that we can at least trade him and not have him just be a worthless Jack Sarancic's freaking draft pick like usual. Kyle Lewis is supposed to be back in like June.
Oh, I'm hyped for that.
Okay, our outfield's stacked. What, in your opinion, are we going to do with all the outfield? We have Gamble, Heredia, Haniger, Dyson right now also, Boog Powell, Kyle Lewis, all these guys. We can't keep them all, right?
Well, I mean, they can play infield too, right?
I mean, we can try.
Well, I think Haniger's got Wright on lock.
Yep.
Dyson's, I don't envision him being with the team for 1 or 2 years. He's getting up there. I don't know, at least everyday starter. So maybe O'Neill's struggling a little bit right now though in Tacoma. Last time I checked, he was only hitting like 218 or something like that. Yeah, he wasn't hitting very good. I was excited for Boog Powell when we traded for him, and then he decided to go and use PEDs.
Again, for the second time in his career.
Yeah, I'm just like, Boog, you're killing me. And I really like Kyle Lewis. I don't know, just something about him. I watched the draft when we drafted him, and they compared him to Adam Jones.
Yep.
And I think the guy who compared it to him was good old Jack Z. He was doing the broadcast. And I was like, please don't. Because if he gives him props, then he might not be good because the curse of Jack Z. But
yeah, right.
I don't know. He looks really good. And then he got hurt, tore his ACL. And hopefully he bounces back. I don't think he'll make it up to the Mariners. Not end of this season, but maybe end of next season.
September call-up, maybe.
Yeah.
I think if we're going to have all these outfielders who deserve to be playing, I mean, Ben Gamble should be in the majors.
He should, yeah.
I think Dyson needs to go. I love Dyson's personality. Maybe not go, but just drop to the 4th outfielder, Ben Gamble in center, Motter in left. That's the other thing. I didn't even have Motter into all of our... Oh, gosh. So we have so many outfielders.
Let's package them.
Package them somewhere for a trade to get ourselves an ace pitcher. Another one. Not another one. So we have Felix, Paxton, Kuma, Miranda. We have a ton of depth. Gallardo, and then Smiley coming back. But guys like Jose Quintana still need to get traded.
Yeah, exactly.
The White Sox have no need for Jose Quintana, and he needs to be traded because they already got rid of everyone. So he's just a great pitcher pitching for
trash team.
Yeah, a trash team.
Even trasher than the Mariners.
And he hasn't been good this year either. Quintana hasn't been good, but he would look great in like a 3 or 4 spot for us over Miranda or Gallardo. So package a couple young outfielders. I'm not saying trade Tyler O'Neill and Kyle Lewis because I'm in love with those two, but I don't know. Ben Gamble, I don't know. I love Ben Gamble. I don't know if he has a spot. Haniger's here to stay.
Definitely.
So someone's got to go, and because there's not enough room for everyone. And while the Mariners have a really weak farm system, they have a incredible outfield. So someone's got to get traded. Okay. So I guess it's probably about time to start wrapping it up. So as we do with every episode of the Hawt Corner, we're going to play a little Pepper.
Pepper, oh Lord.
3 questions for Jared. Who's picking up Leonis Martin? First question.
Who's picking
Other
up?
than the Pirates, I already said that.
Oh,
Other than the Pirates,
snap.
don't take that. I'm going to hit you with that.
Man. I don't know. I haven't even looked into it. Who needs a center fielder?
It's going to be a tough one. I hit you with a tough one this time.
Oh, man. I mean... Shoot.
We'll skip that one. We'll skip that one. We'll go for more easier. We'll go for.
I could just throw out a team and be like, yeah,
you could. No, don't worry about that. We'll skip that one. I don't blame you. I don't know who else it would be other than the Pirates either. So I hit you with a tough one. It's unanswerable in my opinion. Okay. Now you're throwing a surprise party. All right. I love having these questions because they're just not a real thing. You're throwing a surprise party for one of the Mariners. Who do you think's going to be the most excited when they show up?
Excited. Is a surprise party for them?
It's for them. So you're surprising this player. Who would you want to surprise on the team?
Ooh. I mean, I feel like Cruz would get into it. Cruz. But then I can imagine Motter just walking in, see the surprise party, flip his
the hair, yep.
and just dives right in and has fun. So either those two, because Cruz seems like a happy dude. I feel like he can turn up a little bit. But that Motter entrance, I can see it now. Walking surprise, whew, patented hair flip,
Yep.
And then it's like, I'm here.
All right, last one before we head out. Felix starts tomorrow. Okay, over under 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Is he going to go more than 6 innings with less than 2 earned runs? What do you think? Well, let's go innings first. Over under on 6. 6 and a third. We'll go 6 and a third. And if you're wrong, let's make a bet on this really quick. If you're wrong, you have to have 5 grasshoppers.
Oh man, I got faith in my boy Felix.
Okay. I'm writing this down.
Over. He's gonna do more.
Over 6 and a third. Okay. Strikeouts 5. 5.5. So you can say 5 or 6 that way.
He's gonna do. Oh man, more than 5.
More than 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Over 5. And last thing, 2 earned runs.
Oh man, he's gonna give up 3.
3 runs. Okay. That's written down.
3 or more. 3 or more.
It's down. So if you don't get 2 out of 3 of these right, I'm saying 5 grasshoppers. If you get 2 out of 3 of these right, I'll eat 5 grasshoppers. Sound good?
You paying for my Mariners ticket?
I'll pay for your
my ticket to the
Mariners ticket.
game?
I will take you to a game. I don't even care. Or I'll just bring you grasshoppers. I go to 20 games a year. I don't care. All right. I think that's going to do it for our weekly Mariners podcast this week. Week? Bi-weekly. This is the Hawt Corner, 3rd episode of the podcast. I'm Colton Swanson.
And I'm Jared Leingang.
And we'll catch you next Monday here at Mariner Monday Hawt Corner podcast. Hawt Corner. Bye.